My name's Devine, and I'm a folk musician, singer-songwriter, and social activist and humanitarian clown. I'm also studying to be a gerontologist right now. I live in Asheville, North Carolina, and I'm originally from the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, which is in the Appalachian region. I perform in a variety of places. I love to perform at farmers markets. I perform at nursing homes, assisted living facilities. I do formal concerts in retirement centers and senior centers. I also perform in schools and do teaching artist programs and folk music venues, folk festivals, sometimes on the street, in line at the grocery store, you name it, wherever it's needed, I like to bring music there. After doing these assisted living facilities for about 7 years, I realized that, there were all kinds of profound things happening. People walk in the room and people are practically half asleep, non-responsive, they're not speaking, and halfway through, after singing a few familiar songs, people start waking up. They start lifting up their heads. You can see the life coming back into people just after a little bit of music and engagement and connection, eye contact, those kinds of things. And so I realized that this was wonderful. This was changing people's lives within the assisted living facility. But then I began to think, well, what about, how is this going to ripple out? I want this work to reach farther outside the walls of the institution. And so I started working with kids and created a program called Youth Clowns to Elders. And we created our own clown characters, talked about compassion and community service, and then we made some trips to local nursing homes and some other facilities to share our performance and celebration in an intergenerational setting. So that's something that I feel really proud of and really happy about. And one of the visits that we made was to an adult day program in Asheville, North Carolina. And I remember we did our little performance and we did a little sing-along with the residents there. And afterwards, we were about to get back on the bus and this woman came up to me and she was in tears. And she said, "This is just so amazing. Thank you so much for what you've done. That's my mother over there and she hasn't spoken in 4 months. She's been extremely depressed. We haven't been able to get her to engage. And now look at her." And I looked over at this woman and she's blowing bubbles and had a fun rainbow wig on. And she was completely in the world of play and laughter and joy.
Would you like to sing along? Oh, no. Take my home.
There's a project called Music in Unlikely Places that I began a few years ago, and it just involves bringing music into everyday life, starting to sing as you walk down the street, singing while you're sitting on the bus instead of looking at your iPhone. It's just an experiment to see how music can transform not only the way we think about daily life, but the way we interact with each other in the world.